This is all of my clothes, and we're going to be decluttering them. Now, why are we always decluttering our closets? It's this feeling of like needing balance between the amount of stuff that we need versus how many things we want, and be able to walk into our closet without feeling like, oh my goodness, who put all these clothes here? Are these even mine? Do I even wear these? Where the heck did all this stuff come from? I mean, I do laundry like once every 1 to 2 weeks, so really, don't I only need the amount of clothes that I can wear in that 1 to 2 weeks? Of course, that's the amount that I need, but how many clothes do I actually want to have in my closet? How many clothes do I actually want to be sifting through when I'm trying to find an outfit to wear on a night out or even just for a coffee date with my friend? How many clothes do I feel fine having consciously, knowing that our world is overrun with the amount of clothing that it has right now and it's not sustainable? And of course, everybody's closet's going to look different. Everybody needs different types of clothing for different reasons, different amounts for different reasons. Some of us live in Canada, where we need lots of winter jackets. Some of us live in Hawaii, where we need a ton of bathing suits. Wouldn't that be nice? But majority of us have one thing in common, and that is that we have too many clothes. Now, I try to thrift almost all my clothing, so when my weight fluctuates or my tastes change, I don't need to feel bad about donating more clothes and going through the cycle of like getting rid of and keeping things. With the combination of fast fashion and social media, people are buying more clothing than ever, and people are cycling through so many clothes. And rather than being able to donate clothes that you don't really like, that can then be worn by someone else for a very long time, and then break down when it's a natural fiber like cotton or something like that, it's clothing that is pilling and getting holes in it really quickly, which means that nobody can really wear it because it's such bad quality. So it ends up in the landfill, but it's also made of polyester and unnatural plastic fibers that are never going to break down, or at least not for a really long time. And I don't want anybody to be hard on themselves. Like, I too have bought lots of fast fashion clothes that I've later gotten rid of, and that's okay. But I'm trying to make a real effort of only buying new clothes that are made of natural fibers and are high quality, but mainly by buying clothes at the thrift store so that a new thing doesn't need to be created. It's also really hard when you have like a pretty big closet. I would say I have like a really nice sized closet, and it's hard to not just fill up the whole drawer with jeans, because why wouldn't you? Well, the reason you wouldn't is because half of them don't fit and you don't wear 80% of them. Lucky for us, I am pretty type A, so I have created a system and a plan to try and clean up my closet. We're going to be doing majority of it today, but it also is an ongoing cleaning process that will hopefully lead us to tailoring a closet over time that is going to be not only the clothes that we need, but also the perfect amount of clothing that we want, while avoiding being overwhelmed by our closets by having just way too many clothes. The average piece of clothing is kept in someone's closet for 3 years and worn less than 10 times. This is because most of us are holding on to a bunch of things that we don't actually want at the off chance that we might need to wear them one day. Personally, I would rather donate those items that are sitting in my closet that I'm never wearing so that someone else can find it at the thrift store who's actually going to wear and appreciate it. So I've created a list that we are going to call the want list. It's not a need list because, of course, you barely would need any clothes to actually survive. But this is the amount of clothes that I want in my closet based off of what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, how often I actually go out and need to wear fancier clothing, how much I do laundry, and how many different options I want to have. It's almost like we're creating a packing list for a trip, but our suitcase is our closet and the trip is just the rest of our lives. And we've all been on that 2-week trip before where we brought all these things that we thought we were going to want to wear, and then we pretty much ended up wearing the same like 10 pieces of clothing anyway. That's what we also need to consider with this list and narrowing down our closet, is that even narrowing it down to all the things that we think that we want to have in our closet and we think we're going to wear, we're still going to end up not wearing pieces. Majority of us already do and will always have enough clothing, more than enough. Did I just say enough? Enough. Now, of course, this isn't really for the fashionistas who have like a ton of clothes and are always needing to piece a ton of different outfits together. It's more so for the average person who wants to feel good, look good, but not be overwhelmed by the amount of clothes they have and have a nice, organized closet. All right, so let's get to the want list. What is this want list that I'm speaking of? I wrote out a categorized list of every possible clothing item I could need and a number next to it that is the amount of that item that I want to have, based off of our 4 criteria. Now, of course, this is different for everyone. So if you want to use this list, you can go ahead and copy and paste it, and at least you have the categories. And then you can change the items and the numbers based off of whether you work out or how much you work out or what your job is or where you live. But you're going to write down this number of how many items you want without counting how many items you have currently. Because if I was actually looking at my closet, I would see that I had 7 nice sweaters that I really liked, and then I would probably just write down 7 nice sweaters. Meanwhile, I probably only need 5 5 nice sweaters. This is a future goal number and kind of a guideline for how your closet is going to end up being, not necessarily a number that you're trying to hit right now today. We also are going to be categorizing this clothing list not by type of clothing, shirts, pants, shoes, whatever. We're going to be categorizing it by activities and how often we do those activities. For example, I'm a pretty casual person. I wear my casual clothes the most. I'm not going to be wearing my fancy clothes as much. I work out 4 to 5 times a day. I work out 4 to 5 times a day. I work out 4 to 5 times a day. I work out 4 to 5 times a day. So I'm going to be needing more workout clothes, and I want to piece those all together and make sure that I have enough workout clothes, etc., etc. Categorizing it by activities and lifestyle and how often you do certain things is also going to help us organize our closet later so that the things that we need more often are going to be more accessible. Now that we have a plan, it's time to actually declutter. We're going to start by organizing all of the clothes on my bed based off of category. Now, obviously, this is a very I need to put my hair up, honestly. Now, obviously, this is a very overwhelming way to have done things, and I probably wouldn't recommend just willy-nilly throwing everything on your bed. The minute that you're taking things out of your closet, you can start organizing them into categories and do it more organized than I did. That was really just for the video effect, and you love to see me throw everything on the bed. And also, of course, lots of us are strapped for time and can't just spend the whole day going through our whole entire closet, and also have way too many items of clothing that we might not even be able to go through the whole thing in one day. And so what I actually would recommend doing for most people is to do one category per day for a week, or pick one day where you're not usually busy. Let's say on Mondays you come home in the evening and don't really do anything usually. Let's say every Monday for the next 7 weeks, you're going to come home and organize one category of the 7 categories of your closet. And then in 7 weeks, you'll have your organized closet. I need room. I need some space. Give me some space. Give me some space. Give me some space. I actually also have this belt, for example. I have this belt literally for one reason, and it's because I found these cool old golfing shorts, and they're too big for me. So I'm just gonna put the belt in the shorts because this is literally the only time that I would ever really wear a belt. I actually didn't include my golf clothes in my original list of clothing. I just picked up golfing this summer, and I didn't even really pick it up very well, honestly, but the idea was there. Like, I know that Marie Kondo wants you to like put all of your clothes out on your bed so that you're like super overwhelmed by the amount of things that you have and you realize that you don't need all this stuff. But it's like, most of us already know that we have too much stuff. Most of us already know we don't need to see all of our crap piled in one big pile to know that, yeah, we probably have too many things. If you do decide to do all of your categories at once, what I'm doing here is I'm organizing it based off of the bottoms. So I'm going to organize the bottoms first so that I have my piles, and then I can start putting the tops with those bottoms. So I have my casual bottoms, I have my work bottoms, I have my activewear bottoms, and I have my casual but going out. I didn't know what to call this category. I don't know if I found something better for it, but it's like my clothes for when I'm not chillin'. It's kind of when I'm like going to a restaurant or something, but I still am not wearing fancy stuff. And then I'm gonna have my fancy stuff over there. I think I put one ski jacket and I'm already realizing I have 2. I know I'm gonna keep this ski jacket actually, because I need a ski jacket. So I'm gonna keep both my ski jackets. So I'm already gonna put them back in the closet just to get them out of the way, because I'm an organized biatch. And the puffers, I'm gonna move those out of the way. We can do the puffers later. Where am I putting fancy stuff? Fancy stuff. Actually, that's kind of a casual bag. See, this is the problem. I feel like we're also going to run into a lot of clothing that can go into 2 categories. This isn't rocket science. Don't overthink it. Whatever your gut's telling you, whatever your first thought is, it goes to that category. What do you wear it as mostly? This bag, I don't wear as like my everyday bag. Like, I'm probably never going to pull it out to go for coffee. I might, but I'm actually going to consider this more of like an event bag because I don't really use it very often. But then this bag is more casual. You know, this is one that I'm going to want to use on an everyday. Same with this one. I wear this one to events still sometimes. I have worn it to a wedding for sure, but majority of the time I'm going to wear it going out to coffee or dinner or whatever. So those are going to go in our casual going out. Now I'm realizing, I think I only did like 1 or 2 costume items, and I'm realizing I have way more costume items than that. I have American friends. They have a 4th of July party every year, and she gave me some of her old 4th of July t-shirts, and we need them because we need to wear them to the 4th of July party. Okay, costumes are going over here on the chair that you can't see. We're doing a costume chair. These are from bachelorette parties of best friends that I definitely need to keep. This is gonna go in costumes even though it's pajamas. So this is just like a special sentimental item as well because my grandma got me these pajamas and I love them. They're like a perfect little Christmas pajama set. Okay, costume items. Instead of 1 or 2, we actually already have, I think, 6 or 7. Yikes. Now, bandanas. I think I had these for like Stampede and stuff. And I don't think I've ever worn them. Like, would I ever wear a bandana? I think I'd rather find like a nice headband. Yeah, no, I'm never wearing this. I'm never wearing these. Okay, that's our first item that we've decided that we're going to get rid of before we've even put things into a category. And our getting rid of piles are going to be our donate pile, our consign pile, in case you have nice clothing so that you can go and consign it or sell it, and our trash pile, which hopefully the trash pile isn't very big because hopefully clothing hasn't been worn down too much. Casual, casual, casual. She's so casual. She's so casual. She's so casual. She's so casual, casual. She's so casual. She has casual jeans. She has casual shirts. She has casual pants. She has a casual jacket. And she's casual. And she's casual. Jesus, you're so annoying. Okay. Okay, sorry, my camera was gonna die, so I just charged the camera and really went for it. But I got the puffer jackets out of here, and they honestly were taking up a big amount of the pile, I think. And I got everything organized, and I'm feeling so much less overwhelmed, even just having these small piles to go through. And yeah, I really did just go with my gut, and it was pretty easy. Like for lots of people, this looks like a casual t-shirt, like almost like a loungewear t-shirt. But this is actually a t-shirt that I'm gonna wanna wear with jeans when I go out to like a brewery or a cafe or something like that. Like this is more of the going out rather than the casual for me. So I put it in the going out. And we can of course adjust where we need to. I'm also realizing that lots of the want numbers are going to have to adjust in specific categories where it's kind of sentimental or where it's costumey. I think I am going to have to keep all those costume items. I just didn't really realize how many costume items I had. I guess I should also add my wigs to the list. How many wigs am I allowed to have though? I love a wig. That's a little tidbit about me. I love to wear a wig. When I go away to a cabin weekend or wherever with my friends, I like to bring a wig and come up with like a different identity. We've got Wassa Willie. Wassa Willie is this gorgeous character with this long orange hair. It's all matted, but Wassa Willie does not care. And Wassa Willie's wig was actually originally for my Merida costume. My Halloween costumes are also a full other story. I often get mistaken for Shrek characters pretty much every Halloween. I come up with something and I think, oh, this is perfect. And then someone mentions something about Shrek. I always think that I'm something to do with Shrek, like without even expressing that. And then I have this little black wig. We called it Envy Ingrid, but I think we're gonna have to come up with something new. We haven't really like vamped this character as much as we should, I think. We'll figure something out for this lovely lady. But yeah, I have a short black wig that has bangs. I was Edna Mode one year from The Incredibles. And you would think, how could Edna Mode ever be mistaken for anything else? Well, I was wearing a red costume with a short black wig, and immediately one of my friends called me Lord Farquaad. Okay, and then the last wig that I have, I only have 3 currently, but I probably will put my limit at like, I don't know, I'm probably eventually in my lifetime gonna wanna have 8 wigs, so I think I would give myself 8. Right now we have 3 though, we're going strong, we're good, we have room to grow. My 3rd wig is from a Yukon Icons party that my friend had last year for her birthday. I was Ed Sheeran, and it's just this lovely short spiky orange wig. It's such a vibe. The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. And this year I created the character July Junie, baby. And July Junie is for the summer because July and June, you know. And July Junie loves the party. She loves the party in the summer. Let's go. And this orange short wig we have discovered looks good on literally everyone. We've put it on multiple different fellas, multiple different ladies, and it literally looks amazing on everybody. And everybody feels confident in it. It's an amazing wig. So yeah, those are my wigs. Add wigs to the list. Add it to the list. So now for getting organized, I'm actually going to start with my smallest piles first just to get things narrowed down so it's less overwhelming in here. So if you are planning on doing all your clothes in one day, that is what I would recommend. Anyways, for costumes, we need to keep our Flames jerseys, obviously. I'm a Calgary Quinn. My lovely scarf that my grandma got me. I had already talked about all these. And we need the 3 4th of July shirts because if Brendan needs one. And then we also just have options. So we're going to keep all this stuff, seasonal stuff. And this stuff I'm going to put in the back of the closet because obviously seasonal stuff, you're probably only wearing it 1 or 2 days a year or at a certain time of year. And so we're popping this in the the back of the closet. That's out of the way. Next, we've got golf. I added golf to the list and I decided I could have 6 items of golf. Oh, and I currently have 5. I went and added it without actually looking at how many things I had, but I have 5. I have 3 golf shirts, and I had other golf shirts, and I kind of would like to get a plain white golf shirt, which could be my 6th item, or I might get golf pants. Although I would probably just wear my dress pants if I needed to wear pants when I was golfing, or joggers, and so those can just go as my golf pants. Anyways, I got these nice knitted tops, and I got rid of some of my other casual ones because I was like, I'm just gonna wear one of these 3. Every time I go golfing, I know that I'm gonna wanna wear these 3 over my other items, so I may as well just keep these ones. Okay, that's golf. Do we dare do gym next? I think gym will be actually kind of easy. Now, I do have some parameters and some rules when I'm considering getting rid of all this clothing. And number 1, of course, is always, does it fit? Does it fit? Not necessarily do you like how it fits, but just literally, does it fit? Could you wear this item? Because lots of the time we do keep things that are too big or too small for certain reasons, and I totally understand. But if it doesn't fit, let someone else wear it. By the time that your weight fluctuates, you are probably going to want different clothes anyways. You know, I even had some items that were too small for me and I was keeping them, and then I did lose weight and now they fit me, but my style has changed. So I'm not even gonna wanna wear those items anyways, even though I've been holding on to them like, oh, maybe I'll fit this one day. It doesn't even matter if I'd fit that one day because I'm not gonna wear it anyway. That being said, I know that these biker shorts are honestly too big for me and they match one of my bras, so that's why I've been holding on to them, but I literally have never worn these once. So they gotta go. They gotta go. Donate. Of course, also, if something doesn't fit, you could get it tailored. You know, I could get those shorts taken in. I'm not gonna do that. I just know myself and I'm just probably not gonna end up taking things to a tailor unless I really, really love them. Okay, now I got this workout set and I was excited. I got dark brown because dark brown was hot and cool. And I got tank tops, I got these shorts, I got leggings, and it's all pilling. Like honestly, they're just bad quality, unfortunately. And so even though I like the color and I like the way that it looks on me, I just end up not wearing them because they're pilled. And I know that they're going to pill even more. And so I don't wanna wear them because I don't want them to pill more. So we're getting rid of those. That was the shorts, and here is the leggings. Like they literally already have little snags in them and are pilling. And also laundry wise, I did just do laundry, so this actually is all of my clothes except for 1 pair of running shorts and 1 sports bra because I went for a run the other day. Running shorts, I'm allowed 5, I wrote, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are gym shorts, but yeah, and then 5, the 1 pair that's in the laundry. So we're perfect with that. I thought I had a pair of black biker shorts too. Oh no. Oh, okay. I actually must have also been running and put my black biker shorts in the wash as well, which in this case, I had just got these biker shorts, I'm not gonna lie. And I got them actually at the thrift store. And I thought that they seemed like they were gonna be good quality, but they are pilling. And I do already have other blue ones that match a navy blue t-shirt that I have. So these blue shorts are really a good example of like, do not keep things that you have 2 of. You're always gonna gravitate towards the one that you like more. Like I always would wear those biker shorts over these ones. So I don't really need these ones. And what material is it? Is the material going to be pilling and deteriorating over time? Then first of all, don't buy it. You know, there's no point in buying something that's just going to end up in the trash and probably only get like max 20 wears out of it. And if you did buy it, I mean, you don't have to keep it. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be someone at the thrift store who's going to find these shorts and love them so much that they're happy to take a pill shaver every time that they want to wear them. But I'm just not going to do that. Actually, I do need shorts for in the garage. These would be really good for in the garage. Yeah, and they're pilling already anyways, so I don't feel bad about getting paint and stuff on them. That's a hack. Those are gonna be my garage shorts. Okay, I'm just gonna start going through some things and then I'll just let you know when we have like notable little tips and things that I can let you know about. Okay, you guys, we've ran into another hiccup. So jean wise, I can have 3 pairs of jeans. I currently have 3 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of blue, 1 pair of black, okay? And this is one of the pairs of blue. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, I could keep these because I hit my 3 jeans, but instead I'm going to get rid of these and hope for a new pair of jeans. And the reason I'm getting rid of these jeans, I actually had 4 pairs of jeans because you can catch me lying now because you can literally see these jeans on the chair right here. But this is another thing is these are Sentimental jeans. These are my grandpa jeans, my grandpa's jeans, my grandpa who passed away, these are his jeans. And they used to fit me really well. Now they're too big for me. So I'm gonna ask if my cousin or my dad or someone wants them. Otherwise we'll probably donate them. I mean, it is kind of sad. You know, like my grandpa died and like now I have his jeans. But if nobody's gonna wear them, then it's just not really necessary to hold on to, I think. You know, let them go have a new life with maybe someone else's grandpa. Because they are nice jeans, you know? Okay, these jeans, however, let's talk about these jeans. I got these jeans at the thrift store. I love these jeans. They're like a nice baggy pair, but they still like fit. Yoy. and I really like them. However, Brent and I went for ramen the other day and I wore these jeans. These are men's jeans, and I often wear men's jeans because I'm so tall that they actually fit me better. So I found these at the thrift store. I was like, oh great, another pair of men's jeans. But I guess usually I buy higher waisted men's jeans, but these ones where I want them to sit, which is like right here, they're getting pulled up a little bit too high. And so then they're giving me like a really bad, like, you know, front wedgie situation, and it's like pretty uncomfortable. And so we're gonna get rid of these jeans and then hopefully find a new pair that is comfortable that I'm gonna wanna wear more. You know, I never gravitate towards these jeans because they're uncomfortable. I can feel it giving me a front wedgie already. I need to take these off. Another situation that we're running into with the kind of like going out clothes is I have 3 white tees, kind of like a cropped baby tee situation. But I wear these the most. If I can't find something to wear, I'm always gonna gravitate towards this. I always wear a white t-shirt and jeans or whatever. And so I'm gonna keep all 3 because white stains really easily. And if I'm doing multiple things throughout the week, then I'm gonna want 3 different tees. And they're different. This one's at least textured, this one's smooth, and then this one's like pretty casual. So we're keeping all 3 white t-shirts. If you have like things, you should get rid of them and just keep the one that you're most likely to wear. But in this kind of situation, I actually wear all 3 of these all the time. So there are exceptions to the rule, of course. Other than that, honestly, we've been moving and grooving. I was thinking I was gonna have way too many light jackets. I've had the perfect amount of light jackets. I narrowed it down way easier than I thought I would. I think also writing out this list is really making me feel a lot more comfortable getting rid of things, because why do I need those other 3 light jackets when I already have 5 light jackets to choose from that I like better? Probably 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pick one of the other 5, so I'm just gonna keep my top 5. And I know that 5 is already enough because it's on my list. I put enough clothes on my list. I put more than enough clothes on my list. The biggest hiccup we've run into, which I am kind of frustrated with, but there also is a silver lining, is I have way too many hoodies and sweatshirts, casual ones. 1, 2, 11, 12. I have 12. I have 12 casual hoodies and sweatshirts, which I wear them all the time. And I actually do like all of these ones, but in my mind, I thought 5 was a good number, which I will say when I'm at the thrift store, I have been looking through the hoodie section recently, hence how I found 2 new hoodies recently. If you watch my videos, you will know that I have accumulated 2 new sweaters, a blue one and a green one. But this pile of 12 sweatshirts is now making me realize I don't need any more right now, or probably ever. I think my realistic number is 5, and I'm already more than double that. So I don't need to keep on shopping through the sweatshirt section. And if I do happen to find one, if I'm on vacation or something that I really like, maybe I have to consider which ones of these I would get rid of. But right now, I actually really like all of them. I wear all of them, and it's also about to be winter. So I'm gonna keep in mind whether or not I don't wear any of these throughout the winter, and then in the spring, if I haven't worn them, I'll get rid of them. Okay? But other than that, we're really powering through. We're getting organized, and it's feeling great. Also, something that I learned throughout this process that I'm going to show you with this denim jacket is I recently bought this denim jacket, and it's really nice. And I've never actually owned like a structured denim jacket like this, and it fits well. It's comfortable. It's a nice quality material. It's a Levi's jacket. I don't have a denim jacket that's similar to this. I have a black denim jacket, but this one's quite different and a different style, but I just don't like how it looks on me for some reason. It really doesn't feel like me or my style, even though my style is casual and denim jackets are casual. There's just something off. It's just really not feeling right. I don't like it, and so I'm not gonna keep it. Okay, this is kind of an interesting piece where I love this skirt. I love the color. It has these cool zippers on the side that you can like close and open. And I often get compliments on it when I wear it. It's like such a nice made skirt and everything. However, I did write that I only need 3 skirts and I'm at 4. And regardless of that, it is too big. Like it fits, like it kind of fits a little bit like could be a little bit of like a drop waist kind of like skirt situation, right? Like I understand that this still looks fine and it would be still kind of cool and I might still wear it, but it looked much better on me when I was like a little bit heavier. And so looking at it right now, I just don't like it because I know how good it used to look. And for that reason, I think she's a no. I'm gonna hold on to her because I really do love it. But if I don't wear this in the next like year, by the end of the next like skirt season, I'm getting rid of it, okay? Okay. The other tricky thing about it is that I do have this brown skirt that's a very similar style and actually fits me well, and this blue skirt that's a similar style that actually fits me well. So keeping the green one does seem pretty crazy and excessive, but we're just gonna hold on to it and see. And if I really do feel like, oh, I love this and I actually feel like I can't get rid of it, then I will have it tailored. We'll do that. Okay, this is another interesting little ditty is I have this puffer jacket. I thrifted this puffer jacket and I love it. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. I think it looks good. It's cool, but it was always kind of too big and now it's like really too big. And the thing about a puffer jacket, if you don't know, if you don't live in somewhere that it's freezing cold, is that if it's too big, there's going to be a draft coming up and you're going to be freezing cold anyways. Like it needs to be kind of fitted so that it can really hold all that warmth in and insulate you. So unfortunately, this one's just going to have to go, even though it's nice and cool. And I do like how it looks. I'm not really in the business of wearing a warm jacket that I can't really wear when it's cold outside. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna have to get a new puffer jacket this year because I think that they all are just too big and they're not gonna be very warm. Luckily, I have this one, which is thinner, but then I can wear my shell layer, like my ski jacket over top, and then it's pretty warm. Like, I love this jacket. I love the color. I love everything, but like, you can't tell me that this is a medium. It's just way too big. And I wanna be able to fit a sweater on underneath, sure. I could fit like 3 sweaters on underneath of this. I think they were just always kind of too big. I need to get a nice puffer jacket this year. Besides shoes and my seasonal tub of like toques and stuff that I need to go through, I think we're pretty much done. I think it's only been like 2 hours. That actually wasn't too bad. And I've been filming it. Yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 hours. Okay, let's piece everything back together. This actually is also so fun because even something like these vests, I only have 3 vests right now, but I allowed myself 4 because I wear vests all the time. And so it's like, yeah, I get to go shopping. And if I find a vest that I like, I can have 4 vests. I can get another vest.
They were real that day I wore a vest because that vest was disgusting.
This is also what's really nice about organizing things by how much you actually wear them is that at the back of my closet, I'm going to have my fancy clothes and, well, my golf clothes. Like some of my clothes that I know I don't wear that often are going to be at the back. So then I don't feel like I have to like kind of close this door every time and get back there to reach them. Now these clothes are shorter, so I actually keep them over here because our hamper basket has to go under here, but also because they're my casual clothes. I wear them often. This is all my activewear. I want to wear my activewear more. I want to be walking into my closet and seeing, oh, hey, my workout clothes. Maybe I should go for a little workout. I work out 4 to 5 times a day. These are my fancier sweaters. I don't wear them as much as my hoodies and stuff. So knits can go back here. Wow, this sweater section is just like way too big. It's so unnecessary. I didn't realize how much I actually narrowed it down. This is all my hanging clothes now. Even like certain clothes, like I'm like this workout shirt, I like don't really wear it that often. But like it's included in the numbers. I do actually kind of need 4 or 5 workout shirts. And so when I find something that I like more, I know I can replace this one. But for now, I'm going to hold on to this one because when I'm looking for a workout shirt, I do need more than just like literally one workout t-shirt. Okay, and then vests are way more accessible now. Wow, this is literally perfect. It's going to be so much easier to grab my things. The door's not getting in the way at all. Okay, let's put the drawers back in. These 2 are my socks and my underwear actually also, but you perverts don't want to see my socks and my underpants. But I actually do need to go through those as well because I do know that I have some underwear that is too big and also that has holes in it and stuff. So just make sure you're keeping on top of your underwear. And I almost need to think of it as how I think of Brendan and his underwear, because when he has a hole in his underwear, I'm like, just throw them out. Why would you keep those? But when I have holes in my underwear, I'm like keeping them. And it just makes no sense. Oh, and another ditty on the drawers is I actually really like having an empty drawer as well, because this one is going to be my garage clothes. They're actually all in the wash because I wear them so often. And then this one, I like to have an empty drawer because when I'm going to work every week, I often wear the same shirt a few days in a row. So I'll just throw it in my empty drawer. Or if I'm taking off my pajamas in the morning and I don't feel like hanging my shirt back up or whatever, throw them in the drawer. It just keeps things tidy when you just have like a drawer where you can throw your clothes that you're currently cycling through, but that aren't actually dirty yet. And even though I organize all of these by how often I wear them and those categories, I do like to organize my drawers as far as shorts and then pants. I think if I had more clothes, then I would want to organize them as the categories, but I do like that it's seasonal, like that I know if I'm looking for a pair of shorts, they're all in this drawer. And then if I'm looking for a pair of pants, they're all in this drawer. And also to fold the clothes in the drawers. This is so Marie Kondo, so that's where this is from if you're curious. But I fold my shorts in half and then I put them in the drawer like this so that I can see all of my shorts. Nothing is like stacked on top of each other. Same goes for pants, right? Like these are all my pants. And what I do is I take a pair of pants, I fold it into 3 like this, and then I fold the 3 in half and then I pop it in. And you can do it with shirts too. Like if you need to fold your t-shirts and put them in a drawer, you can also put your t-shirts into kind of like a bundle like this. And so then you can see everything that you own. I was kind of actually getting overwhelmed with it because I had filled up all these drawers with so much stuff, which it is true what they say, like you do just kind of start to live within your means. However much space you have, you'll just stretch out to that space. But I used to just live through 1, 2, 3 of these drawers. Like Brendan and I just had this one single dresser and 3 of the drawers were mine and 3 of the drawers were his. And we got by just fine. We had enough clothes. But now that I have all 6 of these and he has 5 drawers over there, we've like completely filled them up and it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm glad to be back at this point.
Bend and snap.
Okay, lastly, we are just doing shoes. You can do shoes as a separate category, kind of. And I'm sure there's lots of people who really accumulate a lot of shoes. Lucky for me, I am not that person, and so this shouldn't take long. And the reason that I do shoes in category as well, rather than just being like, I have room for 10 pairs of shoes, so I'll just have 10 pairs of shoes, is because when you set parameters like this, you not only are more organized, but you mainly know that you have every type of shoe that you actually need. And like I've said multiple times in this video, you know what to look out for. So for example, I mean, I found these boots recently, but if I didn't have boots for like a fancier outing, I want boots for a fancier outing, so I know that's what I need to keep my eyes peeled for. Now, I'm gonna get rid of these already because I know I don't like them that much anymore. Sandals. Fancy pantsy. Look at her with her fancy ass shoes. How many fancy pairs of shoes am I having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say that I don't need 2 pairs of boots, but I kind of do because these ones are high and those ones are short. But I'll know better after the winter to see how much I wear each of these shoes. And all my like fancy sandals and stuff are kind of falling apart. So I do need new ones, and I'm going to keep all of these ones since they're all kind of falling apart. And then once I find new ones that aren't falling apart, I'll probably end up getting rid of all of these, honestly, because they're not in good shape. Sneakers. I have 2 right here. However, these ones are really falling apart. Like they're on their last legs. I think I just actually need to say goodbye to these. Yeah, they're out. I need new shoes. I'm gonna get rid of those. I actually don't even like these. They're really like heavy and chunky, but I'm gonna hold on to these until I find new ones just because, you know, I need a pair of shoes. So we're gonna get rid of these. Well, I think these need to just go in the trash, honestly. Like the sole is falling off. Sandals. I have 1 pair of sandals. I actually only have 1 pair of sandals. I might have 1 pair in the van, but otherwise I think I have 1 pair of sandals. And then running shoes, I wrote 2. I wasn't really considering gym shoes as well, which I have these gym shoes. So we're having 3 pairs of running shoes. So I only need to get rid of 2 pairs of shoes right now. So that was as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay, good. Oh, and I have these slippers that I'm wearing, but slippers are a different category all on their own, aren't they? Slippers there for comfort. I guess I do have another pair of sandals. Actually, I have my Crocs that I always wear around the house somewhere. Okay, everybody, that is my whole closet decluttered, cleaned up. It's fresh, so fresh. And going into the next season, I have a really good idea of what new items I need and what to keep my eyes peeled for, and what items I need to remember if I wore them or not throughout the season, so that in the springtime I can be like, I didn't wear this all winter, I'm gonna get rid of it now. And I know this might seem like pretty intense of like a wardrobe plan to be so strict with your wardrobe, but I am pretty type A, and also it just kind of gives me a peace of mind knowing that I don't have way too many clothes to the point where it's overwhelming, and that I have clothes that I actually love. If I only have 6 casual shirts, I'm way more likely to get 6 nice quality shirts that I really love rather than just accumulating way too many t-shirts over time. Same thing with a like jacket, for example. Let's say like my fancier jacket. If I'm only having 1 or 2 fancier jackets, I'm gonna make sure that I really love those 2 fancy jackets that I'm buying because I don't really have another option. And that's just what works for me. Of course, if you want more clothing and you like having more options and more variety, then that's totally what you should do. For me, it's really about finding like a happy medium where I'm not looking at my wardrobe and not having enough clothes and feeling like I don't have anything to wear in like a scarcity sense. But also on the other side of the spectrum, I don't want to have way too many clothes and then complicate the simplicity of like picking out an outfit by having too many options. Not to mention, it also makes packing for trips and stuff way easier. Like if this is all that I have, this is all I have to choose from, and I know that I like all these things and I wear all these things often, then I can narrow them down pretty well. I think putting some serious thought into your clothing and what amount of clothes suits your lifestyle actually just really makes your life easier. And of course, it's also way more sustainable. So go donate your clothing and buy secondhand and buy natural fibers that are going to last for a very long time. I hope everybody has enjoyed this video. I am doing a declutter series. We're going to be decluttering the rest of my house as well. So if you liked this video, subscribe and stay tuned for the next decluttering videos. And other than that, I will see you guys next week. I need to finish tidying up the rest of my bedroom before Brendan gets home from work, and then Tonight we're watching Mission Impossible, baby. Brendan and I have never seen Mission Impossibles, and so we started them the other night. We watched The Reckoning, but the first one, part one of The Reckoning, and then we were gonna watch part two. It's the newest one, but then we liked part one Reckoning so much that I was like, we should just go back and watch them all. Let's just do it. Because the reason that we did that one instead of like the very first Mission Impossible is because sometimes those movies are really hard to watch because it's kind of more of like a nostalgic thing. So it's hard to get into if you've never seen them based off of like how high quality movies are nowadays, I find. But we did start the first one last night, actually, and we were liking it. So I'm excited to watch that. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Okay.